Porn Stars and People podcast. I'm Dan Frigolette, your host. I'm here with Christiana Cinn. We're also we're Instagram living this, so this adds an extra component.
I know. And you're doing it on your GoPro.
Yeah, we get it all. So thank you for doing this interview.
Yeah,
we're at
welcome,
Exxxotica. This is my second one. You said you've been to a lot of these?
Yeah, I think I've been to, for Exxxotica, New Jersey, like 4.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
What are you finding this year that's different than other years?
Each year I feel like it's better and better. This is my first year of Exxxotica, New Jersey at the Bad Dragon Spotlight booth. And that's a really big honor because they have the biggest names there, like Tanya Tate, Tara Patrick, Lisa Ann, Adriana Chechik. Like, they have a lot of the biggest names.
These are like veteran, yeah, these are veteran people. Oh, did you do, and you danced this weekend. Where did you dance?
I danced at Taboo Gentlemen's Club.
How was that?
Men's Club. It was so much fun. So it's a bikini bar. You can't show titties. Can I say titties?
You can say whatever you want.
Oh, all right. Fuck yeah. So they have to make up for the lack of titty with really great food. I had great food. I had really good customer service. It was a cool club. They had good music. And, the patrons were really generous. And the girls were so hot. Oh, my God, the asses on these girls. I was like, you have to have a good ass, I guess, when you apply. Because all of their asses were just insanely gorgeous and perfect and hot and big. And I was like, oh, I want to go back there.
so it's they run it like a strip show.
Yeah.
So you don't strip, but you still get tips.
Yes, exactly. Okay. And I mean, they still do dances and like VIP rooms. I did a couple of those. I was with my girl Emily Addison, who's also Pet of the Year runner-up of her era, and Jillian Jansen. And then last night they had Alexis Texas.
You're with a great crew of people, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Beautiful women.
So what else? Do you do AVN? Do you do all the...
Hell yeah, I do AVN. So AVN has changed a little bit for me in the past couple of years because I've been involved more with the show on Showtime.
Okay.
So last year was so much fun because I was doing the red carpet.
I didn't know they played it on Showtime.
Yeah, they have like a special deal with Showtime.
I didn't realize that.
So if you guys have Showtime and you see that, you're going to watch
me. Fuck that, fly out there.
Oh, you got to experience it. And you got to see it because we do like a lot of special little things that is not seen in the that you have to see on Showtime to see it. They do a lot of special little segments and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, so then now this year, for 2019, I'm doing GayVN.
So I didn't even know there was a thing.
Oh, yeah. It's
GayVN.
So, yeah.
I got to get my shit together and find out what all the conferences are.
I can't wait to do that because I can't wait to do the fashion for GayVN.
Sure.
I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, because they step it up a notch.
Oh my gosh, it's like the Hunger Games because they're all they're all wearing like this like hot pink suit with like purple hair. It's beautiful. It's amazing.
That's great. Okay, so wait, where are you based?
I'm based in Los Angeles.
You are, okay. So what? So do you want to tell people? I don't know. I feel weird that we're not addressing the fact that you're wearing this.
What do you mean?
That you're wearing this. That you're wearing this Daft Punk mask. I feel like we need to address it. Okay.
We have to talk about my fashion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, is this? Are you going to the show this way? Because
I'm going through a Kanye moment.
Daft Punk, Kanye. Who else is wearing? I feel like Beyonce would wear this. You look fabulous.
Oh my God, thank you so much thank you so much for putting me.
But you were standing in the lobby, and I was like, I don't know.
I know you were like, can I help you? I was like, well, yeah, you could help me.
This could be anybody right now.
Yeah, I know. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. So are you gonna go? Are you gonna go to the conference in this?
I did yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did yesterday.
Shit. And people still knew who you were. Just based on lips and
true sinners
knees.
knew who I was. Because I was wearing like lingerie and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And true sinners knew who I was. Other people were like, "You're just so cool. I want to take a picture of you." And I was like, "Okay." And like, "What is this for?" And I called it my cum shield.
There you go.
Cum shield.
Yeah, because we're not really aiming for the eye anyway. We still got the areas we want to hit.
I don't know. You'd be surprised. Some guys that have been in this industry for like over 10 years are like, "Oh, sorry, I can't control this little guy. It just goes everywhere." I'm like, "Oh yeah, sure."
That's funny. Yeah, you've been killing it this weekend. So I can't remember which day it was. I remember you had like a red leather thing going.
Yeah, there's a red latex. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So it's a latex. Wait, I saw this girl. Do you have to oil into that? Is that right?
I don't. I go into it dry because I like to be sassy. something like that.
But I saw this.
Put it
I
in
saw this
dry,
girl. Yeah, I saw
baby.
this girl like rubbing down her like outfit with
I
like
put lube
baby oil
over
or something.
it.
Okay, is that what it is?
It's like it's a very special lubricant. Don't use baby oil or vegetable oil or coconut oil. Use
Or gasoline.
Don't use gasoline ever. You light yourself on fire for real. Don't go buy a candle, no. But it's lube, you know. Companies just make, you know, like nice silicone lube, and you like, put all over yourself, and then it just makes it really shiny and pretty and sexy. And you know, you got to oil up that ass. And I remember I was wearing a strapless dress, a strapless latex dress one time, and I had two of my guy friends were in the hotel room with me. And I was like, hey, you guys, can you help me oil up? I can't get my back. So one of my friends, he got it right away. He's like, okay, I'll get your back. What a good friend. And my other friend, I said, can you get the front? And then I gave him the oil, and he just went like this, all over my chest. Remember, it's a strapless dress.
Yeah.
There's no latex there, so he's just like rubbing it on my body.
I was rubbing it on the human skin.
I'm like, thanks. Okay, I guess I'll do this.
I guess
part
I'll
then.
get it.
Yeah, it's really cute.
That's fine.
So yeah, you guys gotta do it so it's shiny, sexy, wonderful.
I don't even know where do you go about procuring this. This guy, you see this like a little 16-year-old dude came in and goes, "What is it? A welding mask?"
Oh, I know, it's like cum shield, kid.
So-
You'll learn someday in 2 more years.
So what do you do outside of the industry, outside of these conventions, like on the regular? Like, what are your like? I don't know. What are
Well, outside of wait, first of all, what part of the states do you live in?
Oh, I live in Hoboken, New Jersey. So I'm basically
I've been there.
I'm like
Oh
New
yeah,
York
that's
City
what your picture
based.
is on your card.
Yeah, that
I was like,
actually
I've been to this bridge
you got
before.
too much information. Yeah.
I was like, I've been here before. I've been here. So when I'm in LA, I'm producing a rock opera called Sugar on Top.
Shit.
Yeah, if you're ever in LA, please come see it.
January.
Yeah, it's called Sugar on Top. It's a rock opera. It's produced by me and a band called Hot Sauce Holiday.
Are they doing original songs or
all original songs
Oh,
except
shit.
for the first song? It's because I begged them to do this for me. And I also hired burlesque girls. I handpicked them. They're called the Dame DeVilles, and they also perform throughout the musical. And it's so much fun. It's like Rocky Horror meets Queen, and like. I do it myself. I go through all of the table settings because it's like a dinner theater. Like you can order a fantastic food and amazing drinks, and I put like all these place settings in each table with like xylophones and like
so they can participate in the
party
show?
poppers and confetti. Yes,
wow.
exactly. So they
that's
can
cool.
participate in the show.
You got to get a
Bubbles and-
glockenspiel.
Yeah. So and everybody always takes them home with them, which I love. You know, they always
They
participate.
steal your xylophones?
No, but they play with the stuff.
Okay.
They're you know what I mean. Like they play with the things, and they really participate. It's so
Yeah.
much fun. Yeah,
That's cool.
it's
Wait,
very
so
interactive.
and so when is it running?
It's once a month. We have a monthly residency at El
Oh, nice.
Cid. Go to hotsauceholiday.com or follow Hot Sauce Holiday on Instagram and Facebook. Or you can follow me, Christiana Cinn, at Ooh La La Christiana to see when we're playing next. Or if you'd like us to be in a city near you, then contact Hot Sauce Holiday at hotsauceholiday.com.
Nice. You
Make it
gonna get the
happen,
show
baby.
traveling? That'd be cool.
I would love that. I would love that to have it traveling. At first, I want to have it stationary first so we could like get everything perfecto.
Right.
And the guys are such artists; they're never happy with doing the same show twice, which is good. But we're changing it up, you know, every time. So it's not really the same show twice,
Nice.
which is good.
That's cool. That's that works out. I don't know. That's kind of the fun for me. So when I travel and so I'm a comedian, I travel and do shows. It's like the whole experience is about being at like a new place and doing the thing. I knew you weren't gonna want to sit on that arm
Well, because
forever.
now I'm like, I don't know if like it's gonna be like you know your video.
No, you're great. No, this thing is huge. This thing is
Oh,
like
it
all the way
is?
around. Yeah. You're fine. But yeah,
I just think my head.
but
like,
your
making
butt
my
cheeks are
legs
gonna
look
fall
really
asleep
small.
sitting on this thing.
I haven't felt my cheeks for years. Just kidding.
Oh, hilarious. So what else? What else? Like, what do you do? I mean, outside of like working and stuff, what do you do to like kind of like try to maintain sanity? Like, what's your getaway?
Well, there's no
by
getting
yourself?
that back. There's no getting that back. So what do I do? Honestly, I really like traveling, and I like to explore the cities of which I am in. I like to
What's been your favorite place you've traveled to recently?
honestly. I
Yeah.
really liked. You know what? Philly was cool,
Were
but
you in Philly this trip?
because
we're just like an hour away, yeah.
Yeah, this year. No, not this trip, but this year I was in Philly, and I really liked. Honestly, my favorite state that I've been to this year has been Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh was
Really?
amazing. I mean, I couldn't there wasn't enough time to
Yeah.
do everything.
No
Like
shit.
there's so much to do there, and I'm like, I want to go back just to like
Yeah.
explore
I
more.
love Pittsburgh. I haven't been to Pittsburgh in years, but my little sister went to college in Pittsburgh, so we were there a lot for graduations and
There's
whatnot. It's
so
very
much
cool.
to do.
It's just like a wholesome American city. Like they give a fuck about sports. Like they're real people.
It's a beautiful city. It's clean, and they really take care of it. And there's so much art there, and I'm like
Yeah.
totally like into art. And there's like the Andy Warhol Museum. There's like a modern arts museum. And they're all like so close.
You should get hired as like the hostess for Pittsburgh. You're bigging it up right now.
I really am.
That's cool.
Hear that, Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh. So, have you been overseas? Have you been any place crazy? Any
Anybody?
place you never thought you'd be?
I really liked Prague.
Okay.
That was
That's
a
on my
really
list.
That was pretty a cool place. Like, I mean, they had amazing entertainment and amazing nightlife. They have these bars there that are like the ceilings are super low,
Yeah.
and the bartenders like stand up on the bars and they like breathe fire
Oh,
that
wow.
shoots out like 5 feet, and the ceilings are like super low. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my god, like
So
you're
like
gonna set
burn-
off a fire alarm. Oh
burn
wait,
marks
there's
on
no
there?
fire alarms because it's like all brick, you know.
Yeah.
So there's not really much to catch on
So
fire.
you're basically like in an oven.
But it doesn't get like that hot. It's weird. Like maybe it's like the ventilation or the way that they do it. But like the bars in Prague, like there's Harley's is a really good one, and it's just a really like cool place. And they have like really cool strip clubs there too.
Nice. Now, do you get So you did this run at the thing, but do you strip generally?
Yeah. I mean, I don't have like a home club.
No?
I guess I mean a lot of clubs have asked me, but I do have like a semi-residency on the Broadway strip in San Francisco.
Nice.
Where I do all my newest material. I try it out there first, and then I hit the road with it.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I went to see one of the shows last night.
Where'd you go?
I went to Sapphire.
Oh,
'cause it's closer to me.
I love Sapphire.
So if I was going the way where you were, I would have gone further away from home. So I was like, I gotta go closer to home. So I went to Sapphire.
Just
and
in
then-
case you get
and
lucky.
Adriana was like unbelievable. I've never seen like I've only been to strip clubs with other people that I never understood the culture of it, but the show that she put on and the show that Rubber Doll put on.
Oh, Rubber Doll. Oh, and
Unreal.
Adriana. I look up to Rubber Doll a lot for her fanfare
Yeah.
and her just.
It's
and then
great.
Adriana's incredible
Yeah.
enthusiasm just like inspires
It's
me
on.
so
Yeah, it's
much.
like I didn't think that there was like a huge gap of creativity that you could put into a show.
Yeah.
But between these two and the difference between their shows and what they were doing, I was like, this is crazy. Like this is a whole art form that I didn't understand. It's like, it was nuts.
Awesome.
It
I'm
was-
glad you
it
had
was nuts.
fun.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, I mean, we're entertainers to the max. You know, we really are. Like entertainment is like I feel like first, and also, you know what? I feel like maybe the difference between the reason why clubs need to have a feature is because we really are out of the box. We really are, and everything we do is, and I feel like it does inspire the house girls too a little bit, just to like see what we do, how we do, because a lot of house girls have the same kind of style, and they all kind of like do not the same thing, but they all kind of maybe
No.
just feel comfortable to
I
like
think
have a
you're-
certain style.
I
But
think
maybe
you're right.
Yeah, but they don't have
I
to
was
do
wa-
exactly what we do. But
but I
maybe
was
if they're like
watching-
get
'cause
an
I was watching
idea,
a
then they're like,
couple-
oh, cool.
I was watching a couple of house girls, and they were just doing. They like had like the one move that they would do, right? And then like
Mhm.
that was like, and it was like they weren't even into the moment. It's like so it was interesting.
Yeah.
And what I thought was really cool was all of the people that came out to see Rubber Doll and that came out to see Adriana that work at the club normally, that were like front row, and they just
Oh yeah.
there's just like there's like a whole support structure. Although I
Yeah.
have heard that some of the stripper battles are like intense,
Yeah, I mean,
in like the hater world.
Well, I just feel like maybe if we just inspire them to just try something new or different or do something outside of their comfort zone, that's a good way too. And I always share my secrets. I always share whatever makes me money. I share it with the girls. I have no problem with that. So yeah, I'm really friendly. So I've never had an issue yet. So
Yeah,
I'm
well,
looking at that.
I guess it's one of those things when you come into a new territory and if you're a feature person, it's like they're not gonna mess with you because you're the feature person. Like you're
Yeah,
like
they're really good about
you're the
that.
headliner. Like you know what I mean. But it seems like if you decide to work at a club and have like a regular thing, then it's like people start to like worry and like boxing out for territory, and it becomes this like game of thing. I don't know, but I don't know. I've never been a stripper, but Onyx Muse was telling me that like all of the stripper games that happen, and that like she basically like had to have somebody bestow her like the stripper handbook. so that she like didn't freak out the first like year.
Whoa,
Yeah.
That's intense.
Yeah.
Did you see anything cool last night that you want to share?
Um.
Because I missed out last night. I wasn't feeling well.
No, last was pretty
You
cool.
guys tell me.
One of the cooler things I've ever seen with Rubber Doll last year, and it just sticks in my mind. This year she did this fun. She did this fun like sort of like Daft Punk thing where it was like this like LED suit, and she came out and she's completely covered. Yeah.
Hey.
and like to electronic music. But last year she did this crazy thing where she was, I can't remember.
With all the hands?
I think she had metal. She had like a metal bra with like all these like things sticking off it, and then I think she had like a big metal cock.
Yeah, the strap on, and she's like.
And she was grinding on it with like a like an orbital grinder, and just sparks were shooting out everywhere.
So creative.
And I don't know what the song was, but I can remember this. It was just this crazy music, and it was just like it was an energy like I stuck around for Coolio last night.
Oh yeah.
And people were excited for Coolio, but like the energy that Rubber Doll's able to get out of a crowd doesn't match Coolio. Doesn't match any like the people that they get. She's better than Coolio.
Oh, that's amazing.
So that was really cool. Yeah, last night was just interesting because Sapphire in New York, it's smaller than I thought it would be, but it's just this. I don't know. It's this good. It's like set up well. It's like this good energy. I don't know. It's weird. It's like the first time I was like, okay, now I get maybe why dudes would come to strip clubs. Because I've been to strip clubs where it's like, I don't get it. I'm from like a smaller town. It's like our strip clubs are not great. So we like went once when we were 18, and we're like, okay, we did the thing, and that's it.
See, that happens with a lot of guys. There's some people are in the strip club for the first time when I'm performing, and I can always tell. So, I play games with them. Like I do find like interactive things. So if you're gonna go to a strip club, go when there's. If you're timid, go when there's a feature because it's gonna be all entertaining. It's gonna be the things from movies.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, okay, cool. I'm gonna have a story to tell.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see some shit.
Yeah, I think I go and it's like I think I don't know what the rules are. It's like I think guys go and they're timid and they're not really sure what they're allowed to do, what they're not allowed to do. I think we all have like this idea of I think there's the two schools of thought. There's the schools of thought that like you can like run with it and like do whatever you want, and then there's schools of thought like, oh, I can't do anything. I can't touch the girls. I can't talk to the girls. I can't. So I think there's very few people that are like in the middle that like know exactly what.
Unless you've been to a few of them, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, the strip club. I don't know what groupies, strip club groupies, because we all know those guys that like the whole night goes. I had a buddy of mine. We'd be out the whole night. We'd be talking to girls all night. The whole thing. We're all single. We're in our like late 20s, and then and we're all having fun. And he's just sort of hanging in the corner. And then the night ends, and he goes, "We should go to the strip club." And that was just who he was. He waited the entire night. He had the deepest, craziest voice. He would wait the entire night to get to the end of the night so that we could all go to the strip club. He's just that kind of guy. I don't know. I never understood that kind of guy, but.
Well, I like that kind of guy.
Yeah, you do.
I invite him everywhere to the party,
Yeah.
So I mean, they provide something different for each kind of person. I think, and a lot of couples I've been meeting at the strip clubs, which has been fun.
I do like that vibe. It's a fun thing and that's what it seems like at Exxxotica too. That when the couples come up and they go to the performers and like we watch your stuff together.
Oh, that's the best. I love that compliment.
It I don't know. It makes the thing that you're doing feel greater, and then it takes the creep thing out of it.
Well,
too.
yeah. I mean, because what we're doing, like we're touching people. We're reaching in somehow, and. That's so cool when they're like, "Oh, we love watching you. We watch you together." Like it's so nice. Like
it's just nice, especially in this day and age, for people to be like expanding on their sexuality. Anyway, it seems like like we've
more vocal about it for sure.
Yeah, well, and then the level of communication then goes up on like what you want, what people are into and not into, which is important because it's like I've been in relationships in my life, and I know. Everyone has where you just don't feel like you can voice the thing, and you're always like tiptoeing on. You're like right on the cusp
of like what you want,
of getting what you want, and
and
especially when you're inexperienced, you don't know whether what you want is like I don't know
if
fucked up
okay
or weird.
Or if it's
right,
weird
right. And it's like I like to think it's like if you have that instinct, whatever it is, if you have that instinct, something that's like turning you on. Somebody else has it. Exactly. We all have it. Like
someone
it's in
else has turned on with the same thing, and porn really just the adult industry just takes the shame out of it, and it really does let you know that it's okay, like it's acceptable. Because look, there's people that doing what you like, obviously, like you know, it's
Yeah. Yeah. It's
and
you're
it,
not.
it maybe kind of opens the door to talk to your partner about it, to say like, oh, have you ever tried that? What do you think? Like, you know, I think it'd be kind of cool. Like, what's your opinion on that? You know, and most likely, you know, you won't get shut down. They'll be like, oh, well, we could try it, or maybe like, oh, that's new, or like, well, how do we start? Or what do we do? You know,
Yeah.
it's research.
Communication, I think, is the biggest thing missing from relationships. We do this thing where we think we don't need to tell our partner like things that happened in our life before. We're like, and so well, he doesn't need to know, or she doesn't need to know. But I think that like those elements of like what you've experienced lead up to how you got there, and that's like a big moment. And you should, like, especially sexually, I think people are worried they're gonna, like, the partners are gonna get jealous. They get jealous.
Like jealous of somebody in the 10-inch screen that you're never you're actually touched.
Yeah, or jealous of people's past. I never understood. It's like
I mean,
it's over.
Past is
It
a
ended.
past, and like, you know, you just learn from that. You're just like, okay, cool. I learned from that mistake that they made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what else? What are you're in LA.
I'm in LA. I produce a rock opera.
What
I shoot a lot. I shoot in LA. I shoot in Vegas, and I shoot in Miami.
Nice.
Yeah. So
What's your next event like this that you're going to?
the next event, so now we're heading into like the pre-nom award season. So that means for all of the adult industry, we're heading into like the pre-nominations of like what we find out who's nominated for what, for like AVN, for Expos, and for like other awards. So there's always like a fun party. We get to go, and we're like, oh, okay, and like, you know,
Oh, there's a
we all get to
nomination
see each
party.
other. Yeah, there's a few.
Oh,
of
that's
them,
cool.
Yeah. And then there's Expos, and there's XRCO, and then there's AVN. And, you know, AVN is the big convention in Vegas. It lasts for like 4 days. And on top of that, we have the GayVN, and then we have the awards.
And when is
for each of
GayVN?
them. GayVN is on Monday this year. It used to be the night before AVN.
Oh, it's
Now
right in
on
the same
Monday.
week.
Yeah, it's the same week.
Oh, very cool. I didn't realize that. That's great.
Mhm.
That's great. That gives, so like I was looking at the calendar to go to AVN, and then 2 weeks before there's like a big tech conference, and then in between there's another tech conference.
I always like to come a couple days before AVN, just because I like to get settled in Vegas. I like to like see the fans, meet the fans, like gamble a little bit. Honestly, I love to gamble. I like to go to the casino. I like to go shopping.
Once AVN happens, it's just like this weekend. It's like you just fly through the day, and then it's like 2 nights ago, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get some sleep, whatever. I thought I was like, I'm gonna be done with the conference at 10. I'll be down. Let's check out the after party. Next thing I know, I'm getting home. It's like 3:30, and I was like, I don't even think I did anything, and it's 3:30.
Well, you did a lot.
Once the conference happens, it's like.
So I took my father to one of these award shows.
No
before.
shit.
Yeah.
Which one?
I took him to. I believe I took him to Expos.
Nice. What did he think?
It was earlier this year, or was it XRCO? I took him to an award show that was earlier this year, and well, I mean, my father's single. He's like widowed, and he was like really, he wore a really nice suit, and
Oh, he was trying to stunt.
he looked great, and I brought him with me, and I was like, oh, hey, this is my dad. And like, everybody's like, hi, Dad, and giving him hugs.
That's great.
And all the girls were so like nice. Of course
Yeah.
they're nice. They're really nice, lovely
Yeah.
girls. My father, after Adrian and Chachik, like gave him a big hug, and he's like, your friend is really beautiful. I was like,
Oh, he doesn't even know her work.
I mean, he's a gentleman, My dad really is a very classy gentleman. He he thought Vicky Chase was so sweet and beautiful.
That's
He was
great.
like, all the girls who met him, they're like, once they found him, they were super duper sweet. And
I just like the idea that your dad meets somebody who's like making it, right? Who's like people that people look at as a thing, and he goes, I think she's pretty. I think she's gonna make it. I feel good about
like,
it.
that girl's a bright future.
It's like, I know, Dad. She's probably gonna win some stuff right now.
I was like, yeah, Dad. I was like, Dad, she's very accomplished in my industry.
She's making it, Dad.
No, I'm like, yeah, she's very successful in my industry. She's made it. She's very accomplished.
Yeah, that's funny.
My dad just said he was just very, very impressed by, have such beautiful women were also so sweet, and they also seemed so kind and talented, and had all their stuff, had their stuff together, and they were like, everybody was just really cool with him, and he loves it. He was so like, he's like, okay, sweetie, you go take your pictures now, and then and I remember there was a girl like in the red carpet right before we went up. She was like pulling her tits out. She's like, woo, and then I was like, Dad, tits. He's like, oh, okay. And he like
Just-
looks
just
like very
casually.
casual.
Some tits over there. Just waves. He
Yeah.
waves at him. Just
Yeah, exactly.
it's
Yeah.
nice to see
Like, why are
you.
you waving at the tits,
Nice
Dad?
to see you.
Nice
No,
to
I like
see
that.
you.
I
I'm
think
21, I'm 22.
I think what's great about that is to have your father see where you fit in the industry. The thing that the component that I didn't understand when I started this podcast and before I was coming to these events, because I was just interviewing people solo, was how everybody fits in. It's like even like the people. I think a lot of us that watch and are fans of people. I think we think whoever our person is that we love is probably like the LeBron of the industry. And it's like, or maybe we like the idea that they're sort of like not involved, but it's like once you see everybody interact, you can like, I don't know, I was just like watching last year and like seeing like how like when somebody walks into a room, like how people like light up or how they respect them, or it's just like, or like somebody walks in and like, oh my God, it's you.
Yes.
So it's just something probably cool for your father to see how involved and how liked you are and how like part of this community you are.
Yeah, I think that made him really proud. I think it made him
Yeah.
really proud and really happy. And he was like, wow, she has so many like friends, so many people like she knows and that know her by name. And yeah.
I think if you come to something like this, Exxxotica or AVN, I think you get a better understanding of the fact that this is a community of people. And like I went to the Inked Awards last night, and it is
How
just
was
like a
it?
community
I
of
missed it. This
people.
is the first year I haven't gone.
Yeah, it was great. It was probably more people than last year.
Oh wow, there's quite a few people last year.
Yeah, and I'm finally. Last year I was like very passive about everything. Like I just sort of started the podcast. I didn't really feel like I knew anybody. I was like I did interviews with people, but I was like they don't really. I was like they don't give a shit. They just you know. And then this year I was like no, like these are my friends. Like I know these people. So this year was like it was just a way different experience. I was grabbing people. I was like let's go into the photo booth, you know. And I felt I don't know. Last year I self-imposed like kind of like curled into a ball and was like nobody wants me here. You know what I mean? It was like that kind of thing. And then this year
I'm actually familiar with that feeling. I
Yeah.
really am, because my first couple of years, yeah, I felt like maybe really shy. I felt like maybe this person, wow, there's so many people around them. Maybe they don't want to feel like they need to talk to me.
Yeah.
Or, I get insecure too, just like everybody else. And the first couple of years, I did feel like insecure at certain times.
Sure.
Like there's certain things that made me insecure. Like maybe I'm not pretty enough. Maybe I'm not talented enough. Maybe I'm not good as a performer. Like maybe I don't deserve to be, I went through doubts too.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
like, and I'm just like, wow, like this person seems so well liked, and they're not even like give me the time of day. Maybe I'm like not likable. I like, wow, like I doubted myself, but as the years, and like experience.
Yeah, what did you do to like
so
curb
for me,
that?
like to curb it, I mean, I creeps it every once in a while. I'm not gonna lie, I still get those like little feelings, but I've grown into myself and my career. I feel good about. First of all, I feel more or less confident, like more confident with the work that I'm doing because I'm being more selective with the work that I'm doing. And so I'm able to say, well, you know what? I did that work. I'm proud of that work. I did a great job. I gave it 1,000% that day. And I know that like this scene is going to be out long enough and people will see it and people will recognize me for it. And even if I have to wait 10 years for, when I'm fucking 100 years old and then have somebody come up to me and be like, that scene changed my life, I'll be like, it was all worth it.
Yeah. Well, how long have you been in this thing?
Since 2015.
Okay. So you're 4 years
Yeah.
in. Okay.
But besides that, just when I come to work, I really bring 1,000%.
Yeah. I like you're gonna give like the Lombardi speech. Give 110%, no matter what you do.
And also, I'm just not being so afraid to say hi to everybody. Because before I'd be like, oh, but now I make it a habit to say hello to everyone.
Yeah.
Even the person who gets the coffee, I
Yeah.
say hello to everybody in the room because I just want them to know that I see them because I know how it feels to be invisible, and so I don't want anyone else around me to feel like that.
I will say, I'm a comedian. I've been involved in sort of actor things, and it's like as far as communities go, this is like a super fun, accepting like group of people. Like I know there's probably some drama that I don't know about, but there's very little drama that's happening in this thing. There's like way more drama in a lot of things. So it's like it's a testament to like the fact that like everybody's just like, hey, we're doing this thing, and everybody's just so sex positive and pro.
Oh yeah,
and
we have very little hang-ups.
It's pretty great. So what? Okay, so you're signing all weekend. This is
Bad
about it.
Dragon
This is Sunday.
Spotlight. But yeah, today's the last day.
And
Gotta
then
go put on my final look.
oh, is this not the one?
No, I just wore this for my interview, baby.
Oh wow! Oh shit! I never have enough. I never have enough outfits to do all the things. I like brought a thing. I was like, I'm gonna change every interview, and I was like,
I feel like I don't have enough outfits either. Like no matter where I go, it was like see, I've been going to like Burning Man and stuff like that.
You like
and
a what?
Like Burning Man. I went for the first time this year. Burning Man.
Oh, Burning Man. Sorry.
Where you burn
yeah.
a man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was that?
Oh my God, it would change I mean, it really does change the way you look at things and perspectives, because they live in a perfect society where like it is the way it should be there.
Right.
Like for example, like okay, when I lived in San Francisco, I heard about it all the time and it never appealed to me.
Yeah.
But when I went there for myself, I'm like, this is the perfect like utopian society, because like you know how like if you're at a concert and you want to go to the very front, but you're in the very back. And you're like, push your way up to the front. You're determined. You're on a mission. Like, excuse me, pardon me, watch it. Watch where you're going. Hey, move it. Like that, you know?
Yeah.
Not here. If you want to go to the front, you just walk up to the front and people part for you.
No shit.
And because everybody is so aware of their own personal space that they don't want to interfere with anybody else's.
And they've picked where they're at.
Yeah,
they're
fine with it.
Yeah.
And no one exactly. And it's really is just that's just a small thing, but. And it's not like a bartering system there. Like, people give you things and they don't expect anything back.
Right, okay.
And it makes you inspired for the next time you come to give things to people, because it makes you feel good to give people things. Like, we went to the middle of the playa and we gave out ice cream cones to people. It was so much fun. Yeah.
Wait, so for those of us who have let's pretend somebody has no idea really what Burning Man is. They've seen a couple pictures, whatever. Like, how would you describe it to somebody?
Burning Man is a beautiful festival in the middle of the desert by Black Rock, Nevada, where they have big, gorgeous floats, and they have like art cars, amazing costumes. Anything goes. It's all about love, good vibes, good energy, and it's just a huge playground to be at for about a week.
Now, can anybody go?
Yeah, if you could get a ticket, anybody could go.
How were you able? So you said it wasn't something that attracted you. Why all of a sudden were you like, I should go this year?
Well, this year, the whole reason why I went is because I did an art project like 2 years ago, and one of the pieces that I was involved in was being displayed in a temple.
No shit.
So they asked me, hey, we have tickets. Actually, we'd like you to go with us?
Yeah.
We're taking an RV there. I was like, cool, RV, that's so comfortable. It's way better that's the way I would do it.
Yeah.
It would be difficult for me to rough it.
Right.
Just because I like
tents and stuff, you mean?
Yeah, so I could go in they have like nice like glamping tents, but we did an RV, which is more my style. So we went, and I took a girlfriend with me, and then we rode in the RV. All the way there, and it's great. The RV is a really good way to do it.
Yeah, I'm into things. So I travel. I don't know. I was probably on the road 170, 180 days this year, maybe more. I didn't actually do the math, but so I'm like back and forth about like trying to figure out whether I want to like get an old bus and turn it into just like this tour bus thing that's like ready for all of my possibilities. So that I just like the idea of that life.
Sometimes I might go because then I could bring like the really big props and
that's the whole thing. Is like whenever I'm traveling to shows and stuff, it's
you
like
gotta ask Rubber Doll how she does it.
Yeah,
with all her props.
I think you need like a full on like almost like a Greyhound sized bus, and then like another thing towing behind it. Like that's how much crap you might need to do the thing. But it's like it's a whole different life. Yeah, how big was this RV? Was it like?
It was a regular size like RV. Enough to fit like 3 people comfortably.
Nice.
But people there, they drive their art cars down there. Now art cars are like cars that they've like completely transformed into a whole different thing. Like, it could be like a spaceship, or it could be like a robot, and they drive them down to Burning Man. So you'll be like right next to like a very like Mad Max post-apocalyptic like vehicle.
Yeah, and you're in. Is it Mad Max? Is that it?
It's very Mad Max.
Yeah.
There's a Thunderdome there. There's like it's very like very Mad Max. Very like.
And so once you get on the desert, I mean, there's the stuff, there's the art, but then there's just nothing. Like if you just go to the cusp of the thing, it's just nothing, right?
And then but then art starts coming in more and more. So like every day a different piece comes in, different pieces come in, different things come in. So there's more art each day than there was the day before. So you'll start seeing all this new art start to popping up around you, all these interactive things. But there's a lot of art already there too when you first get there. Because people are there, like, you have to realize there's people there a week or two before you even get there, setting up just to entertain everybody. So it's very selfless.
So what was your piece that somebody was using in the show?
It was like part of a series called Touch Me Deeply, and it was like a stained glass type of erotic art, and it was shrunk down to like this size, made into a sticker, and put on thousands of candles.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
On camels?
Candles.
Oh, candles. I was like camels. Wait, this was a piece of art you made.
This is like a project that I was involved with. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I
So were you
you
were the model?
I was the model, and
Got
I
it.
casted like 2 other models for it.
Very
and,
cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very cool. Well, that's cool. Yeah. The more
and
I
I
hear.
met some amazing people there that I later like I went to Groove Cruise with, which is
Okay.
and you know, like I met friends there that I'm pretty sure I'll be friends with for the rest of my
Yeah.
life. Like amazing people that I want in my life forever. Oh,
There's been this thing with Burning Man lately.
Did I mess
No,
up
I think
anything?
we're fine.
Okay.
I don't really know what you did, but I think we're fine. There's been this thing with Burning Man lately in my life where like I don't know what you did.
Did I ruin it?
No, I think we're good. Where it's like coming in and out. Like there are people that have been that have been going to Burning Man, and now it's on my radar. And then lately, this is such a weird way for it to be a thing, but like I like to get information from some of like the dating sites. So like right after the election, people were writing things like, if you voted for Trump, please swipe left. Now I've seen for some reason it keeps showing up where people go, if you went to Burning Man, you're not for me. So there's
Wait,
like something.
did they even go to Burning Man?
I don't know. That's what I mean. It's like I want to get the swipe to be like, what does that mean? Like if because somebody
because I think that people have their
misconceptions.
notions
Yeah.
that, like we all just get in, we all take our clothes off, we roll around in mud, and then we hold hands and sing Kumbaya.
I never thought that.
That's what I think that's what they probably think that's all that happens there. But it's
But
really.
that sounds fun too.
I mean, yeah, that doesn't even sound like a bad thing either.
I like that too. So how do we follow you on social media and whatnot? What's the
Okay, you can follow me on Twitter at Christiana Cinn, or you can follow me on Instagram at Ulala Christiana, or my new stylist page, Cinn Style, CINN Style.
Very cool. You're very fun to talk to, man. This is the Porn Stars Are People podcast.
love
Thank you so
it.
much for doing this. We're on
Thank
iTunes, we're on Google
you.
Play, whatever thing you're on, we're on the other thing. We got I don't know how Instagram Live works. We got some Instagram Live stuff on her Instagram page. I don't know if this stays up or what happens. But you can check it out there. We also have some content for YouTube if you've got us the other way. We're on all the platforms, so check us out. Check out her page. Oh, I forgot to do the speech. Please pay for your porn.
Yes.
It's important to these performers to stay in this business. Vote with your
There's
dollars.
this comedian I was watching the other night. She was on the not, what is it called? Is it the new Netflix one?
Yeah.
The Delinquents.
Yes.
She was saying. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I don't know. We'll carry on.
She's amazing, you guys. I want to get her for AVN.
Which
she makes a very valid point. She says, she said something like,
degenerates, right?
I pay for my porn. And then she's like, raise your hand if you pay for your porn. No, nobody said anything. She's like, oh, okay. She's like, how is it that we pay for to watch sports games, we pay to watch pay-per-view, wrestling, MMA, music, movies, but a girl who gets one dick in every hole, we feel like, oh, she's not working hard enough.
Yeah.
She's like, just give her money.
Which one of the people was it?
Her.
Okay, I don't know who that is offhand, but we'll figure this out before.
Wait, does it say the names?
It's Liza Traeger. Yeah. I love Liza. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out Liza.
Shout out to Liza Traeger.
Yeah.
I love you, girl. I think you're fucking amazing. I loved your special. I want to get you somewhere.
That's funny.
In front of my peers, if you haven't been
great.
already. You made a lot of valid points. You're fucking hilarious.
Shout out Liza. I had Liza at the Hoboken Comedy Festival a couple years ago. She's great.
Shout out to Liza
fantastic.
for sure. She's she totally makes sense. She totally speaks to the voice of my industry.
Yeah, we'll IG her. We'll let her know.
Let's do it right now.
So let's follow her, do the things, check out the podcast, pay for your porn. I don't know what else. I don't know what other speeches I need to do.
You get so much more better porn when you pay for it.
Well, it's more to the, there's that, and there's more to the effect that, like, if you like a performer, you gotta make sure they stay in this thing.
If you like a certain act, like, you get all that.
You gotta make sure they stay in this thing. If they can't support themselves.
Try it for a week. And if you're not satisfied, you don't gotta keep going. Just try it. Whatever.
Thank you to my guest one more time, Christiana Cinn, Exxxotica. Check out her work. Thank you guys for listening. We drop new episodes every Monday. Porn Stars Are People podcast. Thank you guys.
Mwah.